As I mentioned at the outset, Dan conducted a fairly interesting interview with Ron Grogan from Red Classic, and he talked about something his company is doing to, in the absence of being able to find new drivers, maximize the operations they have.
Yeah, Joe, yes, and we'll hear that in a moment. Ron has developed a hybrid fleet that distributes beverages for Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated, but also hauls freight for other companies and provides freight brokerage and truck maintenance services in the market. I think you'll find what he has to say very interesting.
Let's have a look.
We're speaking with Ron Drogan at Red Classic Incorporated, which is the private fleet of Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated. Ron, thank you for joining us today. The first question to you would be to help us understand what is Red Classic and what exactly does it do for Coca-Cola Bottling?
Well, first of all, I appreciate you taking the time to have a conversation with us today. Red Classic is actually a hybrid of a private fleet and a for-hire fleet. Red Classic provides internal services to Coca-Cola Consolidated, but taking it back a little bit, a couple years, Red Classic was actually a private fleet, a function of Coke Consolidated, delivering products to the big box stores for Coca-Cola and other aspects of the Coca-Cola network. And then someone realized that we have a lot of trucks on the street. Why don't we create a for-hire carrier that can not only provide services internal to the Coca-Cola network, but also provide services outside of Coca-Cola. So we're actually a portfolio of companies. We are a asset-based transportation company. We're an owner-operator-based transportation company. We're a direct store delivery transportation company, which is taking pedal runs to the big box stores, but we're also a maintenance company and a large freight brokerage company. So we, at the outset of what Coca-Cola Consolidated started from a private fleet, has transpired into a portfolio of transportation companies that operate in the commercial arena, providing services not only to beverage companies, but also to other companies outside of the Coca-Cola arena.
Yeah, that's very interesting to hear. You have a background in for-hire transportation, if I recall correctly. Could you talk a little about the benefits that this organization has accrued to Coke Bottling?
Well, yeah, the benefits are multiple. It's one, you provide transportation services internal to the parent company, which is Coke Consolidated, as well as Coke Consolidated is part of a broader portfolio of Coca-Cola companies providing services for the Coke network. What you do is you align the infrastructure of the Coke network without other customers in addition to the Coke network, and you leverage backhaul freight. You lower your overall operating costs, not only for Coca-Cola, but for your customers that you're bringing into the Coke portfolio. So you analyze your freight network and say, what customers in the interior of that brokerage network or that freight network can I align ourselves to provide services not only for Coca-Cola and reduce operating costs, but I can also align ourselves with other customers outside the Coke network, put those two together, and have an optimal freight cost perspective. So we provide a multitude of benefits to the parent company, lower operating costs, but the customers outside the Coke network, we also provide lower operating costs by aligning the two. But we also, quite frankly, have capabilities beyond just the Coke network. We have freight brokerage business and over-the-road asset business, over-the-road OTR, owner-operator business that has nothing to do with the Coke network. So we just do what a transportation company would do by taking your total network capability and bringing what capabilities you have to specific customers and saying, how can I optimize your business? How can I provide the best service offering to you at the highest levels of service, but also with the lowest cost structure by looking at what our network. So what the Coca-Cola business has allowed us to do is create a structure, a foundation that's allowed us to launch off of that to provide services beyond just Coca-Cola.
Yeah, very good. Has this organization also been a benefit in terms of your ability to attract drivers and other talent to your organization?
That's a great question. The interesting part about the being aligned with the Coca-Cola company, Coca-Cola, just the name itself, provides a sense of stability, structure, financial capabilities. So when we do that, quite frankly, we align ourselves. We tell people that we are part of the Coca-Cola network, which allows us to introduce a financial stability that isn't always seen in the transportation industry about the long-term view of what we're trying to create capabilities. I mean, have a Coke and a smile. How could you beat that? So we do have the capability, and quite frankly, we pay a little more to our drivers. We pay a little more, and we're focused on the quality of life aspect for our drivers. So the whole Coke aspect of the quality of life and what the brand actually means, we try to bring to transportation. We have the saying, what Coca-Cola brought to beverage, we want to bring to transportation. And we sell that, and we market it, and quite frankly, we live to it. So we have the great capability to attract drivers, owner-operators, leadership team, and quality staff. And, you know, we create a very good work environment where people are attracted to.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, that was a great interview. Thank you for doing that. Ron, thank you for participating. That's some pretty interesting stuff.